What is going on, everybody? It's Vito here with another review. It's been a while since I've done one, actually. I think it's been a few years since I've actually did my last review with the Roman key cowl, or Roman key cross cowl blank body, the female body. But today I'm actually really excited to do this review because I've been anticipating this blank body from VTOYS Studios. This is the VB002 Figure Body 1, which is their new. Um, do you mind? Yeah? Sorry, my cat's playing with the bag. Anyway, so this is the slim body compared to the old the VTOYS Figure Body Zero, which was their strong body, which a lot of people used for like Batman's and Superman's whenever it first came out. Um, anyway, so this is the VB003, which is the black hair skinny body. I'm going to go ahead and just leave the other one in the box and just use this one for the review. And I've already started kind of playing with it and messing around with the articulation, and it's probably by far one of the best ones in terms of range. So you can easily hit the T pose, easy T pose. You can make him look upward, and then you can just look at that. Look at the range on that, all the way back. And then if you wanted to do like a crouching pose, careful not to do that. I've done that twice where I went a little too fast. You kind of got to be careful with that. But if you do like forward, and you can actually get him to get all the way down like that. Now that's pretty sick. Most there aren't too many figures out there, any blank bodies at least, that can give you this kind of range and articulation. It's pretty awesome. And then on the without the accessories that it comes with, this is just going to be your base set here, and it looks pretty solid. It's I've seen somebody already use this to replace that Spider-Man body that they got from Mezco, from the Mezco Spider-Man, and it looks really good. Another cool little neat thing about this is that if you wanted to, you can take the hair off, and it's got a little magnet right here, which is pretty sick. You can see it in there. You can just pop the hair back on and get it set there. The blank body has toe hinge. You can give them the impossible toes, and you can kind of just get him to pose up pretty well. It's straight out of the box. Now I live here in Texas, and it's pretty hot. So whenever I got my figure in, it was already a little bit on the warm side, so it wasn't not to worry too much about having to heat it up. But I would still recommend heating things up if you plan on swapping anything, swapping the boots that it comes with, which I will go over those here shortly. But quick little fighting stance. If I can get him to stand again. Quick little fighting stance there. But yeah, he looks and moves pretty damn good in my opinion. I really like it, and it was at an affordable price. I got I pre-ordered mine as usual through 5K. That's usually my go-to is 5K Toys. This isn't just a plug for them, but and I'm in no way affiliated with them at all. I just like ordering my stuff through them. That's where I get the majority of my third party blank bodies, third party figures. They take a little bit longer to get things, but at the end of the day, I get it, and it's usually it gets here in a couple of days. So I prefer using 5K to pre-order these. I would check to see if they still have any available. If not, they're probably going to be sold out. So if you want one of these, act on it as soon as possible. That way you can get yourself one of these. So with that being said, I'm going to pose him up back here. Just kind of stand him in a static pose. And we're going to look over some accessories. So each one comes with a handgun and what looks like an Uzi. Should have opened this beforehand. So each one comes with the Uzi, which it's got that silver paint on it. And the clip or the magazine comes out and you're able to pop it in. Kind of like what Mezco did or Mezco does with their stuff. You just put that in there and it pops out. Same with the handgun. See if you guys can see that there. Handgun does the same thing. It's got the little clip or the magazine. It slides right in. And that's pretty sweet. You might have to use a little bit of nails just to pop it back out. And I'm going to go back in here and leave this in here. So with the body itself, you get quite a few things and quite a few swappable hands and accessories as well. So we're going to go ahead and go over those right now. Now, it does come with replaceable joints, which is pretty freaking sweet. And it looks like it comes with the cap as well, which might be a neck peg. I really haven't taken anything off of the figure itself or taken it apart at all yet, just to see where or how difficult, I should say, it is to take things apart. But you get 2 sets of open palms, 2 sets of open palms, to a set of just relaxed hands, and a set of gripping hands. You can like give him a bow staff or have him hold some kind of sword or something. But it also comes with more than just those hands. Underneath the tray, you're actually going to get another tray with a swappable neck, 2 more sets of hands, what looks like to be forearm for like gauntlets, and a different swappable calf pieces for your boots. And it also comes with a pair of shoes with these nice little looking dress shoes. No toe hinge in these, sadly, but you know, they kind of remind me of like John Wick shoes. Make it like a John Wick style character. Bring the light down a little bit here. And you can see the shoes look pretty sick. And we'll just go ahead and dump these out here. That way we can see everything that it comes with. Again, swappable forearms for gauntlets. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank there. Gauntlets, or high boots maybe, for swappable boots. You have your calves there. And then you have another set of hands. So you have trigger hands. These cool little trigger hands. And then what I would call the fighting hands, the Kung Fu style hands. Which is pretty cool compared to what the original VTOYS Body brought with it, was just a swappable forearms, I believe, or the thighs for the boots, and it came with a pair of boots as well. But it doesn't have. I don't remember if it brought a swappable neck or not. I believe it did, but it wasn't any different than the one that it has. This one is just slightly different than the one that's on here now, from what it looks like. Looks to be maybe a little thicker. And then in there is the ball peg cap. I think this is the thing that you can pop out on, maybe on either side, for where this right here, what you can use for it. Pretty freaking cool if you ask me. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all of this up real quick, and then we're gonna do a quick comparison with multiple different bodies that I have had for quite some time, and then we will get back to it. So I will be right back. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to do some size comparison on multiple bodies. I've got 4 different bodies that we're going to do comparison to. The first one that we're going to use is actually going to be the classic VTOYS Strong Body. And mine has a little bit of paint on his forehead. I threw on this MF Doom mask on him a while back, and I guess the paint wasn't dry on the backside, and I got a little bit of paint on his face, but no biggie. It's what it's for, and it's for customs. So as you can see, the huge significance and difference whenever it comes to the original and the new one. This one is obviously much larger in proportions, like muscle size and stuff. They are pretty close in height. I would say the strong body is probably slightly taller. But with this one, like, you were able to hit that and then that. Oh my goodness. I am just doing all sorts of shit over here. My bad, my bad. I'm just popping things off. So obviously, I guess I can't do this off camera real quick. Gotta pop this back in. There it goes. Listen to that little pop. And I popped it back out. So this is about as far as I can get this body. I can't really go any further than this without the body coming apart. So it just shows that the range and motion that you can get with the new one compared to the old one is it's a major difference. It's a game changer. So you're going to be able to do all sorts of poses with them. If you choose to use soft goods on it, I'm sure the soft goods might limit it just a little bit unless you use like a stretchy material. But yeah, it's a huge difference and a huge come up for VTOYS on this. Next, we're going to use the Noda Studios Not a Man body. Noda, not a man. I don't have a head on him right now, but as you can tell, the Noda body is a little bit wider in terms for a skinny body. Now they released like 3 different versions of this, of this body. They did a slim body with butterfly joints, and then they did another slim body without the butterfly joints. Let me find it here. I know I've got one laying around here somewhere. So they did. Is this the same one? Yeah, it looks to be the same one. Never mind. I thought I had one that didn't have the butterfly joints. But I guess all of the Noda bodies did have butterfly joints. And here I am scrummaging through all of my drawer full of different blank bodies. I have a drawer full of stuff. Anyway, so as you can tell, it is slightly shorter. Maybe, no, actually, it would be just about the same in terms of height. And obviously, we all know that the articulation with the Notaman uh, body is pretty crazy, pretty good for in terms of a blank body. They've used this tooling for different multiple things. I do have a review on these on my channel. So we're gonna go ahead and place you right there. Next up, we're gonna do another Nota body. This time, it's gonna be their version of the strong body, which is a little more muscular. And you can tell the difference in size already in comparison here. It looks like with if this one had a head to put on there, um, you know, it would be just about the same in height, if not just slightly shorter. If you can see the height here, the height difference between the shoulders as to where they meet, you can see that the VTOYS body is slightly taller. And I apologize for the sloppiness in this video. It's been a while. I'm trying to get back in the groove of things. Still going through and trying to find all of my stuff that I had set up back at my old spot. I've since moved twice since my last video, but now we're in a permanent spot, so things will be easier going forward. And last but not least, I've got this big boy here by VTOYS. The strong body. VTOYS released this body sometime 2022 or somewhere around there. I don't remember. But this dude is freaking massive. I don't think I've done a review on him yet. I probably should. I pre-ordered quite a few of these because this is the typical big buff superhero body. Like if you wanted to make a really super buff Thor, this is the body that you want to use. He is a huge brute. Or if you have like an idea for a brute style bad guy or some kind of villain or a goon or something, or you have potential with this guy, and he has some decent articulation as well. He can do the forward ab crunch. He's got major range bending backwards. You don't have to worry too much about his body coming apart. The upper chest is a little bit soft, but you know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna review this guy. That way, we have another review, so that everybody can see what this body is capable of. Because this thing just looks freaking awesome, and even on camera, as he is, looks so good. I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. I originally thought about maybe doing like a version of Bane or something, but I think I'm gonna go with like some kind of original character. Maybe hell, maybe even make a super mutant from Fallout. That would be ideal. With this body, it would be great for a super mutant in 112. Anyway, so obviously the height difference is there in these two. They it's just a huge difference. Like look at the legs. You have twigs compared to stumps. Look at that. So crazy. So detailed. So cool. I really like that we got companies making these really badass looking blank bodies for all sorts of different customs that we can make. As you can see, this looks like, yeah, he would be the big bad looking down on you as you're trying to make eye contact with him. Whoops. Anyway, that's going to be all of the bodies. I'm going to go ahead and lay them all out right here. As you can see, being the biggest one, and then these three are actually a good fit for this guy. I do have one more body that I want to compare it to, and let me go ahead and grab it. I forgot to pull it out at the beginning before I started recording, so let's go ahead and grab this. This one is by Tunchi Studios. They are the company that made the metal slug figures. This okay. This is a like, all right, dude. I've got Krillin standing next to Goku kind of body here. He is small. This body is so small. His shoulders are really bulky. It looks like a cartoon character, but and I'm gonna do a review of him as well. I'll do a full review of this body as well, and I'll put a random head on it, just to kind of give it some more a better feel of what it would look like fully customized. I'm just gonna put him right here. It like Tunchi Studios, quote unquote, true 112. So it's about 4 inches, 5 inches in size, right? Right under 5 inches. So if you were to put a head on him, he would be a little over 5 inches. Yes. Hi. But yeah, obviously he is very small in compared to what he would compared to all of these other ones. Now, if I were to put him up against the Roman key female, the blank body, come on, stand. There we go. This one I feel is going to be a little bit harder to get it to stand, but in terms of it being a female body, he, of course, she's going to be slightly shorter than him, but it still scales really well with if you wanted to put it a side by side, do a side by side image with two different customs that you have. This would work great. If like I actually just today I actually just got the VTOYS Slim Body and the Tunchi female bodies as well. And it's about the same size as this, the Tunchi's bodies. They are very small, man. They are very small. I'll go ahead and pull one out and I'll show you guys. They are tiny compared to what the rest of these. Now, I don't have any like legends or anything to compare these guys to. I'm still in the process of trying to find all of my stuff, and in the process of setting up my displays still at the new house. So I don't have everything readily available. These here are just the ones that just came in, and we're going to be using these here. So this is the Tonshi Studios Metal Slug, the female body. There's two versions of it. There is like a small bust and then a semi-larger bust, which really isn't that much of a difference. But yeah, as you can see, there's size comparison to all of these. It's just crazy. It just shows how much bigger in size these guys are. And yeah, like this, I think there's a lot of potential for customizers in the future with all of these that are shown here. There are several other studios that are creating different blank bodies that are right up there in scale and articulation with a lot of these other ones. But as you all know, there's only you're only going to be able to do so much with certain things. So there's some companies that are a little bit better than others. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't give it a shot and try them out, because you don't know what you're actually going to like and what you're going to prefer as a customizer going forward. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, this has been, it's been quite something. It's been, I'm gonna try to get back on making reviews again. I've got a lot of stuff that I want to touch up on, and especially blank bodies. I've got several different blank bodies that I really want to go over and share with everybody and show you the possibilities that can be done with them. But anyway, oh shoot, I put it in the wrong box. But anyway, that's, yeah, that's that. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for putting up with the channel and not having any content at all. But I promise to try to do better and be better about it, and try to get back into the swing of customizing, diorama building, and just overall stuff with toys. I miss doing this, and I plan on trying to do more. So thanks again, y'all, and have a good one.